Welcome to this class about the King of Kings.
And the kingdom he's king of. In Matthew 6, Jesus taught us to pray that our Father's kingdom would come and his will would be done on earth as it is in heaven.
That's why in the last several steps, we've been talking about the importance of obtaining and maintaining health in the spirit, soul, and body, because the health or lack of health of our entire being, body, soul, and spirit, will impact our ability to cooperate with God and his kingdom to see his will and kingdom purposes accomplished in our lives and in the world.
Jesus said in John 14:12, I tell you this timeless truth. The person who follows me in faith, believing in me, will do the same mighty miracles that I do, even greater miracles than these.
Greater things than this?
Than Jesus did.
Wow, than Jesus did. Jesus healed blind eyes. He made the lame walk, cast out demons, and raised the dead. And he said that we can do greater things than those.
Yes. Wow. Through our physical lives and time on earth, we have the opportunity to glorify God and manifest his life, his love, his power, peace, and joy, and all the attributes of his kingdom on earth. Our King Jesus reminded us in Matthew 6:33 that we need to seek first his kingdom. When he said, but seek, aim at, and strive after, first of all, his kingdom and his righteousness, his way of doing and being right. And then all these things taken together will be given to you besides. Everything else will be given to us if we seek the kingdom first.
Yeah, that's right. In the verses before, Jesus tells us not to be anxious or worried. He says that we should consider the birds and the flowers. They don't worry. He promises that the Father will take care of us too. He said they don't toil or spin. Worry is just going in circles, dwelling on the problem, like spinning round and round, but never getting anywhere. But this is...
Yeah. Jesus is telling us that we should not be concerned about the things of this world, not even the basic necessities of life. He tells us that our number one priority should be to seek first God's kingdom and righteousness, his way of doing and being right. But someone may ask, what is the kingdom of God?
Well, that's the purpose of this class, to help us understand what is a kingdom and how it works.
Yeah, because over the past 2,000 years since Jesus came to proclaim the kingdom of God, the true concept of kingdom government has maybe been lost for some of us.
Especially since most governments we are familiar with today are either democracy, communism, or dictatorships.
Yeah, so many of us really don't know much or understand about a kingdom or the concept of reigning and royalty.
Well, all kingdoms have a king and lord or sovereign leader. Kingdoms have a territory or domain, and they have also citizens, a community of subjects. Kingdoms have an army for physical security, and also they have economic system for economic security.
Yes, kingdoms also have a constitution or a royal covenant. They have laws or acceptable principles. There's privileges for the citizens, rights and benefits, and a code of ethics, an acceptable lifestyle and conduct. And kingdoms have a social culture, a protocol, or procedures that the society follows.
Yeah, so here in the United States, and maybe many people watching, live in a democracy or some type of government other than a kingdom. In our democratic nation, we have been taught that government operates by the will and vote of the people. We even choose our own leaders.
In a democracy, every person has a right to express their opinion, and the majority rules.
Yeah.
But in a kingdom, only one opinion matters, the king's. The vote and opinion of the people has no power. His will and decisions are to be accepted and followed without arguments.
The king is not like a president who is voted in or out by the people. The king's word is absolute, and it is law. The citizens of a kingdom are not allowed to protest or vote to change the law or decide who will be the king.
The king has a territory in which everything belongs to him, and he has authority and power over everything in his territory or kingdom. Through his authority, the king establishes and operates the kingdom.
In the United States, the president is our leader, but the characteristics of a king are different from a president.
Yeah. Some attributes of a king are that a king is never voted into or out of power. A king has authority to be king by birth. He's born into a royal family.
A king is the governor and government of his kingdom. His word is the law in his territory, and his decisions cannot be changed by anyone.
There's a protocol to enter into and become citizens of his kingdom.
Yeah.
And the king's name has power.
He can give property to anyone he wishes, and he can delegate his authority to others who will do his will and help administer and govern his kingdom.
Citizenship in a kingdom is not a right, but a privilege made available by the king's favor. The constitution of the kingdom is the written will, desires, and purposes of the king for his citizens.
The king's word and decrees are law and the standards and principles by which the kingdom is governed and by which the citizens of the kingdom should live.
The principles and standards of a king must be learned and followed by the citizens so they can receive benefits and privileges of being citizens of the kingdom. All kingdoms should have a system and program for training and educating their citizens.
The education system is designed to train, reinforce, and place the laws, values, and moral and will of the king and the kingdom into the hearts and minds of coming generation and new citizens.
In all true kingdoms, the king provides security and welfare for his citizens.
Yeah.
He has an army to defend and protect the citizens and systems through which they administrate government and programs to the citizens. These systems are designed to protect the rights and privileges of the citizens and keep them in the king's favor.
The kings provide for all the needs of his citizens and is personally committed to their welfare. Kingdoms have an economy which secures and maintains the economic strength of the kingdom.
Like the life cycle of nature, as you sow and reap into the kingdom's economy, it produces a continual harvest that sustains the citizens and the kingdom. Citizens receive benefits, but they're also taxed and allowed opportunities to invest.
Paying taxes allows the citizen to participate in the process of maintaining the kingdom. This way, they can share in the kingdom's economy and return a portion of the king's resources that have been given to them back to the king.
Taxes are a way of allowing kingdom resources to pass through the hands of the citizens for the benefit of the citizens and for the benefit of the kingdom overall.
All citizens should be committed to making the will and influence of the king felt through the whole kingdom. The citizens express their gratitude and appreciation to the king for provision, favors, privilege, and security of being in his kingdom by worshiping the king. Worshiping is also an indication of the worth and value that people place on their king.
Yeah, the king can extend royal favor at any time to anyone he wishes. And that favor positions the person to receive special privileges and advantages as directed by the king.
Now that we understand what a kingdom is and how it works, join us in the next portion where we talk specifically about the kingdom of our God.